Yo, 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 good people. It's your homie HerbMan, busting you back upside the head with another hot banger boogie. Please go tell somebody your homie HerbMan is on. Yes, sir. And if you're new to the program, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please follow, like, share, and subscribe on all the platforms at Love HerbMan. All right, so I am your neighborhood holistic practitioner. I'm your homie HerbMan. We're coming live from South Africa, live on TikTok, live on YouTube. Please go somewhere, be situated so that you can get this message today, okay? We teach people how to heal themselves, you guys. You cannot heal yourself if you do not know thyself. So we spend a surmountable amount of time, okay, to make sure that you are getting the information that you need. So we teach you about the human frame and the human design so that you guys can be well on your way to happiness, wholeness, and wellness. So that's what we do, you guys. It's a free information station. You don't got to pay for anything that you hear here today. All you simply got to do is pay attention. And how we do that on the HerbMan Show is by double tapping that screen and getting us up to 100,000 likes during the live broadcast. I work for you, you work for me. Once we get to 1,000 likes, we'll get into the subject matter at hand. What we've been teaching, like we've been teaching forever, there's no panacea product, but there is a panacea program. What is a panacea program? A program in which it will eradicate your issues. It will rejuvenate your body. It will change the trajectory of your current situation. You just need to know yourself a little bit more. So with the owner's manual here, you guys, that's what we're offering you. Okay, we're offering you an opportunity to take your health into your own hands. But look, we're not just going to offer it to you. We're going to show you why this is the most important system in traditional medicine today that we're coming and exposing on social media, on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I'm everywhere trying to show you guys that if you wanted to do your own health, you got to know yourself a little better. Point blank, bottom line, that's the thing. But here's the thing. Do you know where you are in life? Do you know what you should be doing right now? Do you understand what is going on in your life? Not necessarily just from a physical standpoint, but also just from a cosmological. What I'm saying is, do you know God's will for your life? Now, here we go. Here we go. When I say cosmos, I'm talking about God, nature, whatever. I'm talking about the most high, whatever, right? So now you come into this thing. We almost there, you guys. I'm about to get on into it, right? So you come into this paradigm, okay? You come into this paradigm and you don't understand really everything. So when you're looking at this right here, you don't understand that this is talking about frequency. Okay, this is talking about frequency, all right? So when you go up and down, right? So now your feet equals the earth. Okay, your feet equals the earth. Okay, your feet equals the earth. Your head equals the heavens. So you have this connection of heaven and earth within you. Okay, so the masculine energy in you, the electrical part of you, is going to allow you to be able to go what? From grounding to cosmos. So you're able to go to God. You got that connection in you. Okay, you got that connection to the cosmos, but you also have this connection here to the natural. Okay, to the natural as well. Then you got something back here, right? So if you look at your cross, and if you look at the ankh, right? If you're wearing a cross and if you're wearing the ankh, you don't understand that this is alchemistry, that this is symbolic of what else? Okay, so this person, this individual is attached to the earth and to the heaven based on electrical makeup. Now you also have the magneticism part of you. Okay, you have this magneticism part of you that is going to allow you to be able to do what? Expand outwardly. Okay, I can expand down, up, and I can expand in, and I can expand out. So sometimes when you're trying to go up, you need to be going out. And sometimes when you're trying to go out, you need to be going in. And sometimes when you're going in, you need to be going down. And so the thing about it is you must understand directional understanding of life, the GPS of life. Can you follow directions? But you don't know the directions and the instructions from the cosmos. So this is your weak side. You know all about down here on the earth, the feet. you sure about your steps here, but you're not sure about your steps here. And so you're sure about your will for your life. So this is your desire. Your feet gonna take you to where you got to go. You're depending solely on you. That's feet, that's earth. But there's another mechanism to you that can depend on something else. So we got the logistics here, but we don't have the logistics here. We feel like we know where we're going here, but we don't know where we're going here. And so therefore we're losing navigation. Okay, you're losing your navigation when it comes to your heavens, but you are attached to these things. Okay, you are attached to these things. Okay, and so then what are these arms there for? Okay, these hands and these arms, my feet and my head, but these arms are there to do what? Extend, expand you. Extend, expand you. So in one essence, you got something here where you can understand self, and then the other one where you can understand community. Okay, so you can extend yourself within self, and then you can extend yourself within community. So you have this ability to be magnetic and draw these things to yourself. Okay, so we know and understand that this is the dynamic of the human body. If I sit here right now, these arms are made to extend me. These feet are made to do what? Travel and take me to where I gotta go. But in order for me to extend my knowledge, my intelligence, my inner being, then I'm going to have to work with my hands. My hands are going to be the extension of me. Why are they the extension of me? Because they are the prime result, other than my tongue, of what it is that I'm thinking. What I build, what I construct, what I create from my hands is another part of you understanding the internal me, my mind. And then another way, if I talk, another way if I do body language, or did this, and the third. So you'll understand that the left and the right is for the expansion, right? And so we got to be able to keep a proper balance of all these things in our lives. Okay, and the point of this particular subject matter today is to give you a little directional of understanding why you need to understand the cosmos wheel on your life, because it's going to allow your life to be a little easier. You can be looking at money right now, but money ain't your life lesson. You could be looking at relationships right now, but relationship ain't your life lesson. You could be looking for career right now, but career ain't the life lesson. You could be looking for this and that right now, but it may not be the life lesson. So therefore the question must be, do you guys out there, anybody, anywhere, know where they are in life? Okay, keep tapping, you guys. I'll keep talking. You keep tapping, I'll keep talking. And so the fundamental principle of this is that this is an ancient relic that is a calculator and a navigation tool. So not only will it calculate your life, but it will also show you your correspondence, meaning your point, where you are in life. And we're going to do that today. You guys keep tapping, I'll keep talking. I'm going to show you, some of you guys, where you are in life. I think that that's the most important thing, is that, especially if you're not going to get your owner's manual, you want to be able to know at least, where am I? What should I be looking for? What are the life lessons that I should be really trying to see? And you'll see that once I reveal them to you, like, yeah, that has been dipping in it, but you've been trying to block it out. You've been trying to do this and that. And when you go against the grain, unfortunately, when you go and swim against the high tides of life, when you go and swim against the grain, then you're going to have a lot of stressful life. You're going to have a lot of problems. It's going to be a little harder for you to be able to get to where you're trying to go. So if healing is where you're trying to go, stop fighting against the currents of life. If wealth is where you're trying to go, stop fighting the currents of life. If family is where you're trying to go, stop fighting the currents of life. And so therefore, you don't know that you're fighting the currents of life because no one has taught you this stuff. This is the very first time this information has been exposed on social media, you guys. And that's why we got one of the fastest growing channels out here on social media right now. Okay, all my stuff is organic. I ain't paid for not one follower. What you see is what you see. We're affecting people organically, without all the hoopla, without all of the, I ain't got to go to your city to talk to this, that, and the third. We're just growing organically, changing people's lives person at a time. Okay, so now that you're understanding these types of things, now you got to understand the life lessons. Okay, everything has a life lesson. All right. And the thing about it is that they've been teaching us this stuff the wrong way. Okay, they've been teaching us this stuff the wrong way. Okay, each one of these is a life lesson. Each one of these gives us a principle. Okay, each one of these is a life lesson. Each one of these teaches us a principle. Okay, and this is what disturbs the soul. This is what disturbs the spirit. This is what disturbs the psyche. This is what disturbs the emotions, is when you're getting hit with these environmental stimuli and not understanding why. And you get caught up in these ruts. You get caught up in these particular stumbling blocks within the life lesson when you don't know the life lesson. When you don't know the life lesson get hard to try to figure out, and it get hard to make it through. And each of these life lessons, unfortunately, you guys, each of these life lessons last 10 years. So you got to be able to get this life lesson right in 10 years. Some of us are dying in these life lessons because we're not getting these life lessons correct. We don't know. We're bumping our head against the wall trying to figure out why, because we don't know. Knowing thyself was not only one of the oldest Sanskrits on anything, Egyptian, Greece, Greek, whatever you want to call it, that know thyself. What were they talking about there? It was about knowing thyself. Knowing thyself is in understanding this everlasting life thing that I'm teaching you guys is not really about duration. Even though I teach you guys about the 120 years, it's not really about duration. Everlasting life is a state of being. It's a consciousness as well. That everlasting life state of being, that consciousness, is that you're detached from all these things that you're considering about death, and you're releasing the death conscious. When you have everlasting life consciousness, you release the death consciousness. That way you detach from all things that all the concepts of death. And when you do that, you find life in every single thing. Now, when you find life in every single thing, now that becomes a particular responsibility to take care of that life. See, that's what a good gardener is. That's what a good person who owns a pet is. And so if our job as Adam and Eve was to till the ground and to be able to be good gardeners and be good husbandry of this particular earth planet, we've done a very devious job at what we're trying to do. And so therefore, the love of life needs to come back into the soul of the spirit of the humankind, because when you're in love with life, then the self-harm erodes itself away. And again, this ain't about duration, even though I've been teaching you like that. You may think, oh, he's just trying to get us to 120 years. No, even though I'm trying to do this, I put this up as a goal, as a marker, but this everlasting life is not about duration. It's a state of being. It's a state of consciousness. Okay, you guys keep tapping out, keep talking. This is going on YouTube as well. If you miss it, then you can be able to get it there. So Aries is teaching you about courage. Okay, Aries is a particular life lesson that's going to teach you about courage. Okay, that Aries is all about courage. It's the lesson of courage. Okay, and this is about self-renewal. This is about self-expression, self-identity. This is about your instincts. This is about you developing your individuality. Okay, this is about physical coordination and personal will. There are things going on in your life when you're in here that this lesson of courage is going to help you through. Okay, there are things going on in your life that this lesson of courage is going to help you through. So now, if this is a lesson of courage, then you can about imagine what's going to happen in order for you to build courage. Just get and understand the cosmos, and then you're able to pack your book bag. You're able to pack your groceries. You're able to put in your purse. You're able to put all the money in your wallet. You're able to put all the gas in your car. You're able to eat all the food necessary for this trip when you are prepared for it. And when you are prepared for it, then you can go through this particular paradigm and get to this point with ease, because it is a state of being now. And this state of being is that, okay, all these are life lessons. None of these are death lessons, okay? All of these are life lessons to allow you to be able to do what? Have the resources and the tools to make it to everlasting after everlasting after everlasting. Why? Because, again, this is cyclical in nature. So we know that once we're able to do 120, we can do 240. And once we're able to do 240, you can do 360. And that's how you're getting into this particular paradigm of understanding everlasting life consciousness, okay? So Taurus, what is Taurus all about? Taurus is all about stability, okay? Taurus is all about stability. Now, understand that Aries through Gemini is all going to be about personal, about you, about self, okay? Personal courage, personal wealth, personal possessions, okay? All of this stuff is going to be about you. And then in the courage also, you're in your I am mode, which is mean that it's about who you're trying to be, okay? When you're in the Taurus mode, okay? When you're in that Taurus mode, you're all about the I have, all right? Taurus is the lesson of stability, teaching you about how to be stable and how to be able to gain things in your life. So this is all about values and possessions and body awareness and the security of life. Again, you're going to be building your self-worth, your material worth. You're going to be grounding, and this is about emotional steadiness, okay? So now here's the things though. If you're not going to do this the right way, then you'll start going through a Taurus, and you'll start having attachment issues, stubbornness, fear of loss. And so now when it's time for you to get personal possessions, you got fear stricken you, you're too stubborn, and you're too attached to your ideology to be able to go through that particular life lesson, okay? All right? So now, everybody understand that, or do I need to pause for a second? Do you understand that? Do I need to pause? We'll get to the point where we're doing this specifically for people, but right now, let's just learn all 12, and you can screenshot this as we go through, okay? The next lesson in Gemini is the communication lesson. Okay? Where are you in life? Which one of these are you going through? The communication lesson is all about mind, language, curiosity, duality. It's all about what you're thinking, your intellectual phase of life, okay? Really, really starting to be intellectually sound. You're focusing on intellect, exploring different things about your intellect. You're expressing your ideas, and you're connecting socially. You're getting out there, you're doing your thing, and you're really trying to grow in this area about what it is that you think. Okay, what you think. And so therefore you're really growing mentally in this particular understanding, and also spiritually as well. Okay, so Gemini is always going to be about, now here's the thing, if you go through Gemini and you're not understanding that that's the life lesson, then guess what? You'll start getting restlessness here, overthinking of being here, gossiping of being here, and you'll start doing the direct opposite of the lesson that you would need to learn, okay? And so then the next lesson is going to be what? This is all about your emotional security, okay? Cancer is all about emotional security. So there's something you going on in your life that you need to work this out in, and mostly it's going to be in your home and family, okay? So this is about home, nurturing, ancestry, again, emotional memory, okay? You're going to be focusing on building your inner security, your family, your empathy, and your belonging, okay? But guess what? When you don't know that this is the life lesson as a Cancer or in Cancer, you can be a Gemini but be in Cancer. You can be a Capricorn but be in Cancer. You can be an Aries but be in Cancer. You could be a Libra but be in Cancer. Where are you in life? What is the cosmos trying to tell you about your life? And I promise you that when you start learning this, then you can eradicate disease. You will circumvent disease, because once you start your GPS system and you know what to do in these situations, now you don't get caught by the traffic. You don't get caught by the speed bumps of life. You don't get caught by the stumbling block. You don't get caught by the police of life, because you know what you're doing. And the owner's manual for a funky measly $50 is what we're offering you to get this information into the palm of your hands, okay? So now, again, when I go against what it is on the emotional security, again, now I'm overprotective. I'm emotionally dependent on other people. This is the I feel. So this is all about what you feel, okay? It's all about what you feel. And you have to be able to understand how to get into contact with that in this life lesson. What you feel about your home, your family, your people that you love, just you in general. This is what Cancer is going to be about when you're talking about the life lesson, okay? All right, let's keep it going. Leo. Now, this is the creative aspect, right? So Leo is all about your lesson of creativity. To me, I always say this is when you prime. This is when you prime time Deion Sanders, baby. This is when the sun is shining on you. This is when you at your top, because the Leo is all about the sun. So this is when you're passionate, exuberant. This is when you can't do nothing wrong. All eyes on you. This is your time of life. So this is all about expression, love, play, leadership, all that type of stuff. You're going to be expressing authenticity, courage, and love, radiating joy. You're just going to be so happy when you're in Leo because you at your best. You're at your authentic self. And so that's a good thing. But guess what? When you don't know you're in Leo and you're fighting against that, then your ego can become inflated. All right. And then also you can start to get performance anxiety because you're not ready for the limelight. You're not ready for the shine. You're not ready for this attention that Leo, this lesson of life, has to get you to get. So you'll see that these life lessons are going to teach you all about life. Okay, you guys keep tapping out, keep talking. You guys keep tapping out, keep talking. All of these is doing is teaching you all about how to be here for everlasting. But what we do is we don't make it through the life lessons. So the stuff that you don't know will be the stuff that takes you away from here. The stuff that you don't know means that you're ill prepared for everlasting life. The lessons you don't learn means that you don't graduate to eternity. The lessons that you don't learn mean that you were ill prepared to live forever. It's in the lessons that are going to get you prepared for what life is to bring to you, okay? So Virgo is about service, all right? This life lesson is the lesson of service, okay? And this is about refinement, healing, order, and discipline. You'll find a lot of Virgos and a lot of people in Virgo really trying to get their lives together. They're trying to fix their health. They're trying to get into this and to that in order to be able to do what? Provide service. They're always trying to help somebody be able to do whatever they need to do. And so this is a very good thing because they're integrating their wisdom, right? And Virgos is all about wisdom. Insight and wisdom has always been a very good virtue when you're in the Virgo, okay? So the integration of that wisdom through practical service and health is what you're going to be doing. So then again, servicing yourself and servicing others. This is a I serve moment, but you got to find what you're serving in, okay? Now, when you don't know that this is it and you're fighting against this wave of lesson in your life, then guess what? Now perfectionism and criticism starts to be the force of resistance against the life lesson. Now you become too perfected and too critical to where you can't finish the life lesson. Each and every one of us can go through this, not just Virgos. All of us got an opportunity to go through these 12 life lessons, okay? Next here is Libra. Libra is always going to be what? The lesson of balance. Okay, the lesson of balance. Okay, lesson of balance. Okay, it's about relationships, it's about harmony, it's about justice, but it's also about how we balance these relationships. Okay, how we balance our emotions, how we balance our understanding. Okay, because the lesson of balance is always about partnerships, beauty, equality, diplomacy, really trying to just be at ease and fair with everybody. But when you don't know that that's the life lesson, right? And you don't know this, and you're in a relationship, but you don't know how to balance that situation out, how to bring peace to that situation, then guess what? People become too people pleasing and too indecisive, and that becomes the particular force of resistance against the life lesson of balance. Let me repeat that one more time. In the life lessons of balance, yes, it's about balancing your relationship, but when you don't know that, you become too people pleasing and then too indecisive. And that's going to become a force of resistance against the lesson of balance. Okay? All right. This will be recorded on TikTok, you guys, and YouTube. Please go somewhere and be situated. Keep tapping out, keep talking. All right. So then the next lesson that you need to learn is how to transform. Okay. You need to learn how to transform. This lesson of transformation okay, is all about the resurrection, is all about rejuvenation, is all about transformation, the renewal of the mind, is all about being able to do this. Okay, so this is about death, rebirth, sexuality, and power. Okay, yes, it's going to focus on regeneration, it's going to focus on facing mortality, transmutation, and fear. But the thing about it is that if you don't understand that that's the time of your life, then you will start to be a control freak. You'll start to do things in secrecy, and also you'll be too obsessive to understand how to transform. Okay, so you must understand these things. Now, these three, okay, so if these three is about the person, then these three is about mutual, the opposites. Okay, so Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius is about you doing things in a mutual understanding. Okay, mutual, taking two, personal, mutual, things you're going to do with other people. Okay, so now the next one is going to be the lesson of wisdom. Okay, the lesson of wisdom. Now, everybody know that Sagittarius and everything, they love to expand the mind. Okay, the expansion of the mind is everything. Okay, higher knowledge, belief, adventure, expansion is everything to do with a Sagittarius. A lot of times we get into that life lesson and we don't know it, but this is a time for spiritual vision and philosophical maturity. This is the life as a teacher, right? So you can be able to teach your children what you've learned and to be able to do this stuff. So you got to look at how these life lessons are going. Libra, you get you get your woman, and then Scorpio, you have your baby, and then Sagittarius, you teach your child. You see, so it's all about life as you proceed through the life path. Okay, this is this life path, the sun, the path of the sun. All right, and so this is the I see. It's what you see. Okay, is what you're seeing, which is why a lot of Sagittarius have eye problems, because Sagittarius is about what they see. But guess what? You can have eye problems just being in that life lesson. Okay, so you must understand that. Now, when you go against the grain in Sagittarius, a lot of times you can become dogmatic. Okay, a lot of times you can become very dogmatic and very restless. Okay, restlessness can also become a force of resistance against what you see in this life lesson. Okay, now Capricorn is about the lesson of maturity. Okay, so I done got with my spouse, I done had the babies, I done taught them what they need to do, and now they're gonna mature. Okay, so now when they mature, first it was all about you, then you met Harry. Okay, it was all about Sally, then you met Harry, then it's all about how Harry met Sally and what they did, right? So this one is the lesson of maturity, or what I like to call the lesson of mastery. Okay, we'll put maturity or mastery. All right, and because you're coming into your own in your Capricorn. All right, and so this is all about legacy, discipline, structure, leadership. This is all about when you're focusing here, you're going to be using your wisdom and experience for collective good. Now, this is the I use. Now, a lot of people say Capricorns use people, but what I say is that they use the things around them. They are very what I would like to say, they are very resourceful. Okay, and they can use the things around them to get what they need or to get where they need to go. And so this is what you do. So they use their wisdom and experience for the collective good. They ain't doing it for themselves. But when you don't know that you're in this life lesson of mastery and maturity, then guess what? You can get very rigid. You can get too much of a control freak, and then also you can have that fear of failure. So you'll see that a lot of times what is blocking the mastery is your fear to fail. Okay, and these things you got to know, otherwise you will fail the test. Again, if you fail the test, normally we will, the end result is death. Why? Because you don't have enough wisdom to finish the course. You got to finish these courses in order to finish this course. You got to finish these courses in order to finish this course, you guys. Okay, that's what we're talking about right here, right? And so next is going to be innovation. Okay, innovation. This is the Aquarius, innovators. Okay, the innovators, right? Good on vision, community, individuality, technology, all that stuff. They're very good in, okay, using the mind, all right, showing people your mind in this particular life lesson is a good thing. But guess what? You'll go in here trying to show people your heart and end up failing the test. Okay, this is your I know in you, and when you focus on what you know, you have a collective awakening, unity in diversity. New paradigms could even be reached when you're getting into this particular Aquarian type of mentality or understanding that life lesson. Now, when you don't understand it, the force of resistance can be when you're in this life lesson is that you get too detached, or you can be rebellious without purpose. Why? What's going to happen is that those things are going to cause the force of resistance against the very thing that you need to do is be innovative. Okay? So how are you going to be innovative if you're around there detached and rebellious without a purpose? Right? So you got to be able to understand that these things we land ourselves in without knowing where we are in life. Last but not least, you guys, this is going to be the lesson of compassion. Okay, the lesson of compassion. Okay, we need these lessons to make it through the paradigm. Okay, so this Pisces, this lesson of compassion, this is about surrender, faith, forgiveness, transcendence. This is about your spiritual growth, your spiritual unction. This is about your healing, your closure. This is all of that. You're going to be focused on dissolving the ego until you get to unity within, merging with the divine purpose. Okay, and when you don't understand this, some people are in Pisces right now, they don't know what they're going through. And what happens is when you don't, then escapism, okay, or martyrdom becomes the force of resistance. So when we're talking about martyrdom and when we're talking about escapism, remember what we're trying to talk about right here. You're supposed to be one that believes. This is your I believe, your compassionate, your spiritual. Then when you start to try to escape what is going on with you here, you escape the life lesson, you fail the life lesson. Okay? When you try to escape the life lesson, you fail the life lesson. Okay? And so the thing is that there are plenty of you that are going through life and don't know which one of these you in. And I can tell you exactly which one, all from your birthday. Okay? And we do this in the owner's manual. If you guys are interested in the owner's manual, please DM us and we'll get you the information that you need. Any questions thus far on that subject matter? Do I got any questions thus far on that subject matter? Do I got any questions thus far on that subject matter? I'm a Gemini. Where am I? I don't know. I need your birthday. I don't need your zodiac. I don't even know your age. How would I know that? This stuff goes through calculation, you guys, okay? This is about calculation, okay? This is about calculation, right? This is pure math. This is numerology crash course, okay? Something that they can't do for you, we can do, okay? All right, you guys got to keep tapping. I'm not going to do birthdays until we get to 50K. Okay, so you don't even worry about it. Unless y'all don't want to stay that long, peace. We appreciate you. But those that do, once we get to 50K, we'll do birthdays, okay? If you got questions about what I said, that's what we want. What is Capricorn through Pisces? I wouldn't know that, okay? I wouldn't know that, okay? So you must understand this particular thing right here, right? So you got to know that it goes by these numbers down here. So y'all can't just blurt out nothing because I don't have the information to do the calculation. I need a birthday. So I'm going to do y'all, okay? I don't mind doing you, but you got to wait. Y'all got to work for it. This shit ain't free. My time ain't free, nor is my products. My time ain't free, nor my products, okay, you guys? So when I'm here and I'm giving you this way, understand this. I'm not no astrologer that's like everybody else. We don't do it that way. We've come up with a different ancestral way to where we do it with all of that complication going out of it, okay? The technical side of it is still accurate, but all that fluff, we simplified it, okay? All we need is the birthday, and we can be able to get you the things that you need. Now, another thing is, too, once you get in these life lessons, okay, there are also other things associated with them, like minerals and stuff like that, that could play a part in what you're going through if you're in a health situation, okay? So this is how we help people from the health standpoint, is that these also will give us minerals that we can, and herbs that we can look at and say, okay, if you are dealing with a Gemini condition, then I know what that is as far as the mineral, okay? So for a Gemini condition, you need some potassium chloride, right? So if you're building up full of mucus and lymphatic system, then we're going to do that, and then we're going to take potassium chloride with iron phosphate. Okay, we're going to take potassium chloride with iron phosphate, and then that mixture is going to help a Gemini condition. So we know that. Okay, but we also know how to do the polarity and give you the opposite of that which is going on as well. Okay, so let's see if we got questions here. I got my YouTubers here as well. Y'all got any questions? Damn, man, what's going on? I was around yesterday. Okay, what's happening, K-Mob? Appreciate your love, man. Appreciate your love. Appreciate your love. Any questions? What issues can come out of not knowing you are in Aries? When you don't know, then just like a test, when you don't know, achievers, when you don't know the life lesson, will you pass it or fail it? Let's talk. Let's talk, achievers. When you don't know the life lesson, will you pass it or fail it? Let's just keep it real. When you don't know the life lesson, you guys, will we pass it or will we fail it? So that's the issue with it, right? The issue is that when you don't know the life lesson, achiever, then you don't know what the hell and why. See, the question in humanity is what? The question in humanity is when. The question in humanity is how. The question in humanity is where. The question in humanity is why. It ain't when, it ain't where, it ain't how, it is why. The question in humanity is why. I'm trying to answer some of your why, because when I can get you at ease with the why. See, some of y'all are so uptight, you just want to be mad at God. You want to say you don't believe. You want to act like you don't know. You want to act like it ain't real. You want to disbelieve because of the names and because of the color of the skin and because of the texture of the hair and because of the region of the place that the person was in. And you want to be able to do that because ain't nobody answered your why. And I understand that. Okay, but what I'm trying to get you to understand is that you've been talking to the wrong person. Okay, because again, everlasting life is not a duration, it's a state of being, it's a consciousness. And when you understand, know thyself, then what that really means is to go within and before you go out. To know thyself is to know the inner workings of you. So this is about a spiritual knowing, not necessarily a physical knowing. You will understand the physical because it's easy to learn that lesson, but you have something else in you. Know thyself to know the other part of you that can get you through any unknown situation. We ain't pushing herbs, y'all. We pushing the real stuff. The real information on how to heal yourself. What's going on, Just Jamie? Any other questions? Any other questions while we on this subject matter? Okay. We're not pushing no herbs on you guys. We're not trying to take your money. We're trying to get you your life back. We're not trying to take shit from you. We're trying to give you something. And that's a sense of life. That's a piece of life. And that's also, we're trying to mend the broken pieces together. It's a be ye joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment, but be ye perfectly joined together like the body, right? Do this in remembrance of me. Ain't about just a memory. It's about also putting you back together again. So we got all of these different things that come into our life that makes us fragmented and makes us missing things in life. And so you missing the information that you need to create your wealth. You're missing the information that you need to create your healing. You're missing the information that you need to create your family. So you're missing the elements that you need to create your paradigm. And so how are you going to create when you ain't got what you need to do it? Let us help you. We're offering you this. And you can't get no discounted than $50 with all the information you get. Foods, herbs, nature-based interventions. You get how long you should dance, sing, laugh, cry, how long you should be out in the sun, water. Oh, man, come on, man. It's too much information. But we're going to keep it like this for the majority of us. We want to keep this accessible, affordable, and we want to keep it effective. So things are kind of predestined to happen. That's the point. That's the point. Okay. Because the Bible tells you that. Then it says that your life is written in the book of life. So if you've already written my life in the book of life, then therefore I've already have a predestination. Okay. Now, guess what? It's very easy though. The predestination of an ignorant person coming through this paradigm without this understanding and without the purpose, without the navigation to the right purpose in life, it's easy to know your destination. It's easy. So even though you're talking about predestination and trying to make it all spooky, we don't have to do that. It's easy to know that if you're not prepared for this test, your ass gonna fail it. What am I predetermining? If you don't study, you won't make it. You won't pass the test. That's not really predestination. That's just telling you the understanding of the consequences of your actions. Okay? So ignorant folk don't pass the test. Folks that understand, but guess what? We're just now getting the information. Okay? We're just now getting the proper information for this stuff. Remember that the gurus and the monks before us did not really give a damn about your body. They really looked at this and they started to sacrifice the body in so many different ways. So even if they did get to a higher consciousness, they basically blasted out the body. They were so starved and so this and that to get there that you can't come back because there's no body to come back to tell us about this other thing. You're telling us about it while you're living, but you couldn't go over there and come back. Why you can't go over there and come back? Because you don't know the real true understanding of the sacredcy of the body. The one thing that can cause the obstruction between your everlasting life is your body. Let me repeat that one more time. I got about 4 people in the back with hearing aids. They told me to talk a little louder. The very thing that can keep you from this everlasting consciousness, this heavenly consciousness, is your body. So you got to learn how to take care of your body. You got to learn how to preserve your body. And what I'm introducing to you in preservation is you must share the space with the mind. The body is in control in the lower self. So your mind is being controlled by your body, meaning your wants, needs, and desires. Whatever your body wants, needs, and desires, and whatever the programming that's been in there, from smoking, sex, cussing, fussing, beating, abusing, killing, stealing, it don't matter. Whatever it's been programmed in the body is overriding you. And you can't stop your body from its wants and needs. So you can't stop the sex, you can't stop the smoking, you can't stop the drinking, you can't stop the pig feet, you can't stop the lemon pepper, you can't stop the fry. You can't stop it because it's the body, it wants it. It wants it. So the body is in control of 99.9% of us, and the gurus and the monks are all trying to say, share the space or you run down the body. Share the space. Guap. They got to share the space, Guap, man, or you going to run down your body. Your body can't run this race for the whole 120 or a whole everlasting, because it decays. It's got oxidative stress. It's got regenerative tools within it that automatically are going to birth and die, birth and die, and birth and die. And so it's already decoded in you to birth and die and birth and die and birth and die. So if you don't keep a direct balance on that, then when you get to a point, you can just be pushing out more die than birth. And guess what? The end result is going to be which one won. Okay, so what we're trying to do is get you to be educated on the biology by understanding the mentality, which creates the biology, the chemical reactions in them. So if you control the mind, then you can control the body. But a lot of us are under the hypnosis of the body, and our minds are not in control. So we're trying to get you to get your mind back so you can start telling yourself what it is to do right by you. Come on now, y'all need to add whooping, man. You don't need no goddamn Hawthorne Berry. You need to add whooping because you know goddamn well, you know what I mean? You're supposed to been deal with that high blood pressure. Come on now, y'all. They told you got high blood sugar. You still eating pasta and rice. Jamaica. Come on, Jamaica. Come on, Caribbean. Yes, sir. I work with a lot of y'all in Georgia. Still working with you. Come on, Caribbean. Done came to America, done fucked around here, got high blood sugar. And still gonna eat that rice. Why? Because the rice was programmed in the body. From a child, I've been eating rice. I eat rice with everything. I cook rice with it. So then now you got diabetes, but you can't stop the body's mind. When the body wants rice, when it's the programming wants what it wants, you can't defeat the program until you get back into the present moment in the mind. We can show you how to do that with your owner's mind. If you guys are interested in that, please DM us and we'll get you the information that you need. Okay, so we almost at the 50K. You guys keep tapping. I'll keep talking and then we'll start the life lessons. Okay, so again, Aries is all about learning. It's all about intuitiveness. It's all about the learning initiative, okay? The learning initiative is all about self-trust, self-identity, self-expression. It's all about action, okay? So when you're in this particular life lesson, then that's what that lesson is trying to get you to understand, that it's time for you to learn how to do different things about self-growth, self-development, okay? And then when you're in Taurus, okay, the same thing, all about building that self-worth, grounding the values, okay? When you're in Gemini, it's all about expression, understanding duality, okay? The curiosity of a thing is going to always be a thing for you when you're in Gemini. This ain't talking about a Gemini, even though that is, but it's talking about how you're going to pick up the Gemini trait as well. You need all 12 things in order for you to be a full person. So this is what they used to do, and I'm gonna come to that in a minute. This right here, you guys, really quick. Let me break. Y'all bring me back. I stopped at Gemini. Okay, really quick. We talk about the 5 senses. Okay, the 5 senses, and we talk about understanding the 5 senses. But you know, you got 360 senses. Okay, you got the 5 senses. You got the 33 senses. The 33 senses is the same thing as the 33 vertebrae. Okay, so this is some stuff talking about. So the 5 senses would be things more for the outer environment. The 33 senses would be more for the inner environment. But then the 360 senses would be more for what? It's the all-seeing eye. The all-seeing eye is nothing but a 360-degree peripheral of life. It is a vantage point. It's called the all-seeing eye. How do you see all? Is you have to have a 360-degree vantage point of life. See things from full circle. See things from whole brain coherence. See things from wholeness and not engineered or program or labeling before you have experienced the thing. It's 360-degree vantage point, meaning I can see the flip side and the back side and the through side and the back side. If you had 360-degree senses, then you will know how to cure your sickness. If you had 360-degree senses, you probably wouldn't get sick. If you had 360-degree senses, you'll know how to escape poverty because of your vantage point. You can see the whole board. I can see the whole game when I'm looking at it from an eagle's eye standpoint. Okay, I can see the whole board. I can see the whole game. I can find the way to escape. Just like when you went to McDonald's or when you went to Ryan's or when you went to Golden Corral and they gave your baby that little coloring thing, they can see their way out because they're standing over the paper. Now, if you put the child in the goddamn paper, they might not be able to goddamn get up out of that motherfucking maze. But because the child is looking down at the maze, they can see their way through. A 360-degree peripheral, the all-seeing eye. And what I've been teaching you guys from the beginning is this concept, because this is the 360-degree vantage point. This is the all-seeing eye. So when you give me your birthday here in a second here, when you keep tapping, you're going to see how I know what the fuck you doing, because I'm exposing to you guys the 360-degree all-seeing eye. Now, let's keep it going. Cancer, okay? Cancer is about nurturing, belonging, and inner home, okay? This is all about home and family, all about going inwardly, all about nurturing, belonging, all that type of stuff. Again, you need that. That's a life lesson that's going to help you through the paradigm. You need to learn how to nurture as a man and a woman. Okay, the next one is going to be your creativity. Again, this is all about authentic expression, right? Your true self, your authenticity, okay? Your leadership, your love, all of that is going to be here in this life lesson, all right? And then when you're looking at service at Virgo, all about healing through discipline, being disciplined. That's why I tell you that Virgo is about what? Boundaries. It's about discipline. You need to be a little bit more restrictive, okay? So that Virgo is all about service, all about being disciplined and being having some humility, and it's a time of refinement. That's when people start to refine themselves, and that's why you see that Virgo, the woman Mary, got herself refined, got herself fine. Why did we use the word fine for the word refinement? We use the word, girl, you fine as hell, because of the word refinement. We use the word damn he fine because of the word refinement, meaning somebody is concentrating on refining their body. You'll find a lot of people when they're in Virgo, and a lot of Virgos get to a point of processing where they're starting to refine themselves, change themselves, and it's all mostly in the health and fitness area. Okay? All right, but that's a life lesson. Everybody got to go through refinement. Okay, harmony. The next one is going to be Libra. Okay, this time of peace, harmony in relationships, fairness, beauty. All of this is going to be your I relate. Okay, Libra is the I relate. You want to relate to everything. You got to be fair to everybody. You want to make sure you're understanding everybody. Libras are very, very cool, but this is a very good lesson to learn because Libra really is teaching you peace. It's teaching you peace. Okay, Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio is all about what? This is facing the ego, the alter ego, facing the shadows. Okay, remember this transformation, facing the alter ego, facing the shadows. Remember, okay, but Scorpio is all about a time when you come into true power. And a lot of you guys don't know when you're in Scorpio that you're in your time of power. You're in your time of rebirth. You're in your time of dealing with that other part of you so that you can start to transform to the better you. See, it's death and rebirth. You're going to be killing some stuff in Scorpio, but you're also going to be rebirthing some stuff in Scorpio, right? So that's that time for that shadow work is in Scorpio. So you can't just be doing shadow work when you want to, when it's a time for it. But don't nobody want. I don't want to speak on that. Let's keep it going. Okay. What does Leo say? Creativity. Okay. Leo is about creativity. It's about pride. It's about that time where you're at your high, right? You're at your high. I always say when the sun is shining on your ass, right? That's when you are the shit. You're the it. Okay. You're the it. And pretty much everything that a Leo do in that particular life lesson or any of us, that's our time to be doing our thing. Okay. Sagittarius, again, expansion of the mind, philosophy. This is what this is all about when we're dealing with the Sagittarius. This is your IC, all about wanting to be adventurous and just wanting to learn and experience new things in life. That is a life lesson. You guys want to be able to do that. You don't want to just stay in the hood all day when life is trying to tell you to expand your mind, to expand, be more adventurous. Learn more and new things. Again, open up, don't shut down. You already got shut down vision. You already got a shut down vantage point. You already got a shut down in a limited way of being able to perceive things in this particular thing. I'm trying to open you up. There ain't no limit, and we ain't going down. We opening up. Got to open up. I got to get you to your most high state. In your most high state, you can get a little bit more in. In your lower state, you're too full. But in your high state, there's more room over here. So we got to transfer this energy. Okay. All right. Capricorn is all about responsibility, structure, and perseverance. Okay. Again, this is your IUs. Use the things around you to get you to where you need when you're in the Capricorn. Okay. Then you got Aquarius. Okay. This is your innovation, your humanitarian, your give back, your individuality, your collective process. This is your I know. So go out there and show them your mind when you're in Aquarius, okay? If you're dealing with a Pisces, you don't know this stuff. So we're going to do this when you get 50K, you guys, but we'll show you where you're at, okay? But Pisces is all about what? Surrender, unity, the spiritual transcendence, okay? This is when you're really trying to graduate to that next level, healing, closure. This is that I believe state, where your belief systems start to really help you elevate and get you to where you need to be in this paradigm. To me, this is the revelation. This is when you start to get your eyes open. But if I can show you how to do it now, then we don't got to wait till you get to this place, okay? So that's how you understand this type of stuff. My BF is a Pisces. I'm a Leo. Congratulations, man. Congratulations on being a Pisces and a Leo. What is this? Asians eat a lot of rice. Rarely I do hear about blood pressure issues in their community. Eagle eye. Yes, Sagittarius in the building. What's up? What's up? Yeah, so the thing about people who are eating, the thing about the people who are eating the rice, right, is how you're cooking the rice, okay? So if you're understanding how to cook rice, a lot of us are trying to cook quick rice. Rice is not supposed to be cooked quick, you guys. Y'all supposed to drain that rice. You're supposed to rinse that rice. Some people let that rice sit in the refrigerator overnight to get a lot of that starch out. A lot of these grains we're cooking too fast. So rice is a grain. Beans is a grain. A lot of that shit, my grandmama used to cook that shit overnight. She used to put that in a slow cooking crock pot. You guys are putting it in the instant pot. You guys are putting rice, you're not rinsing the rice well, or you're not what we call pan searing, right? If you pan sear the rice, and so if you kind of put it on the stove a little bit, it'll get the way it need to be, or you rinse it. But you got to kill that bullshit. So again, we're coming over here, you're eating the rice too quick. It's got so much starch on it. So the Asians know how to cook rice. It ain't that they eat rice. They know how to cook the rice, which is different from what the Caribbeans are cooking when they come to America. When the Caribbeans come to America, they're not doing what they used to do in Jamaica. And that's why they're getting sick. And I tell them every time, y'all not doing what you need to do. And then on top of that, you're still trying to eat the same fruits and food that you're eating, but our weather changes, okay? Jamaica, Caribbean is a tropical climate. We're temperate. So if you eating pineapple every day over here, your ass gonna get sick, because pineapple can cool you down, or pineapple can deal with your digestive system with too much bromelain, because our temperatures change. So you don't need cooling foods every day in America, Caribbean. So when you try to come over here and keep your diet, you get sick, because the change of weather, because you don't know where you're living. You don't know where you're living, okay? Remember this stuff, you guys. A vegan diet, mostly vegan diets, is cooling down. Now, yes, you can eat food that are vegetables that heat you up, so don't get it twisted. But we don't know that. Ain't nobody teaching us the differences. They just throw vegan at you. So again, you eating all them, and most vegans like tropical fruits and vegetables. So you go to the farmer's market and you eating star fruit, and you eating your watermelon, and you eating your pineapple, and you eating your peaches, and there is no fucking November, nigga. It is fall. It is change of season. Why are you still eating summer fruit? Because you're not in season, because you don't know where you are in life. And that's fine. But here we teach you these little different nuances in understanding the knowledge can keep you from the hospital, and from keep you from up under the needle, surgery, and also duck and dodge the grave. Okay? Oh grave, where's thy sting? Oh death, where's thy victory? Or oh death, where's thy sting? Oh grave, where's thy victory? Whichever one you want to say, that's what I'm trying to defeat death. Y'all worried about disease. I'm trying to be able to say what he said when he took the keys of death. The keys of death are not these keys. Jesus didn't go down there and take these keys. Ain't no goddamn keyhole on the door of death. So he ain't go take these keys. So then what keys did he take? Principles, disciplines, precepts, concepts, principles, disciplines, keys, percepts, precepts, concepts. I went down and I took the keys from death, the principles that death bring in the consciousness. The principles that death bring into your consciousness of life, if you eradicate and erase them like Jesus said he did, then therefore, why are you coming into the paradigm still living under death's principles? Saturn's principles. You say you worship God, then why you worshiping Satan? Satan is Saturn. Saturn is limitation. Saturn is the force of resistance. Saturn is the age, the time. Saturn is blocking you in. Saturn is the program. Okay? So we must understand these things in order for us to move forward in being able to heal ourselves. Now, people are on TikTok and social media right now. I see it. They talking about, it's ministers that know about the zodiac. It's preachers that know about the zodiac. It's numerologists. It's tarot card readers. They're flooding you because you're on a spiritual journey. And when you are on this spiritual journey, you send an energy out. And again, out of your ignorance of yourself, you create industry. So everybody see that everybody's on a spiritual journey. Let me get into this industry. And you're going to mess around here and run into somebody that's going to hurt you more than the hospital had. Okay? So we got to be careful, because out of your ignorance, you're creating the industry. So once I show you this, all of them going to be mad at me. Because then you don't need nothing outside of self. Know thyself. We teach you about the human frame and the human design, because you can't heal thyself if you don't know thyself. This is the course that you get with me. This is what I'm selling, educating you on you for the funky measly $50. That's it. That's all. But I'm giving you the best information that you can get in 2025 going into 2026. This is futuristic. This ain't no moment. This is a movement. And I'm just getting started. So imagine me when I'm 80 years old. And I've been doing this shit since I was 35 and 46. So just imagine when I get 80, still talking and preaching the same thing. It's going to be embedded, and it's going to be more engulfed, and it's going to be more strong, more effective, and it's going to be very difficult for science to dispute. Because the thing about science is, science can say what they want to say, but if people are getting reciprocity, if people are getting healed, if people are changing their life and they're doing it themselves, damn what science say about this. It's about the real true clinical trials, and that's the people who are doing it and putting this information to work in practicality and seeing the results in their life. Okay, it is very good. It's going to benefit you. You don't really know how much, but it's going to benefit you so much to know where you are in life. To know the cosmos, what the cosmos is trying to say about your life. What is God trying to tell you? God's trying to tell you something. You're paying subscription to? Oh, good. No, I'm about to ham on the ice. I'm about to go ham on the rice. Okay, I ain't tell you to go ham on it, but if you about to go ham on it, you better be careful. All right. So we had 50K, you guys. If you guys want to come up and do your birthday, put me in the chat. We'll bring you up. All right, put me in the chat, and my moderator will bring you up. Okay, put me in the chat, and the moderator will bring you up. We don't do it like that. It'll be too many of y'all. Unfortunately, we got to come up. So when you're bold enough to come up, that's when you get your chance. Okay, when you're bold enough to come up, that's when you get your chance. Okay, but if y'all put them in there, I won't be able to get through all of y'all. It's a billion of y'all on here. It's some folks watching me without tapping my live. I know y'all sitting there watching because TikTok gonna tell me every time. I might got 100 people in the room, but then as soon as the video over, you're gonna say you got 5,000, 10,000 people was watching you. So it's okay. You ain't got to join the room as long as I'm on your FYP page and you sitting there listening to me, you are in the building. Okay, you are in the building even when you in the vestibule. You in the building when you pulled up into the parking lot. You in the building when you turned on the radio. You in the building when you turned on the YouTube channel. You was in the building when you turned on your TikTok. See, because you got to understand that my heart is magnetic, and so I can be able to reach you as long as I'm talking from here. Okay, as long as I'm talking from here, I can reach any and everybody. So I don't need for you to be all in the room, but just know that you're in the room, even though you're not in the room. All right. So you got it. So praise all to those that are watching, man. We love you guys, man. Look, I told y'all TikTok tell you everything. So we're going to get acknowledged for every view, no matter what. And we appreciate all of the viewers. Can I grab a seat? Come on in the building. Come on in the building. All right, Barbara, welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help you?
Yes, I wanted to get my birthday.
Okay, give me your birthday. Let's see what life lesson you in. Give me your birthday.
January 11th, 1965.
Let me turn this down really quick. Look like you said 1/11/65.
Yes.
Okay. So this is how we're going to do this. I want you guys to pay attention, okay? I want y'all to pay attention. Now I'm going to put something up here. Okay, welcome Q. Hold on 1 second, please. All right, let's see here. Okay, so y'all see that, right? So this young lady says she's from 1/11/65. Okay, 1/11/65. Now you got to go down there and find where the block in 1/11, which would be a Capricorn. So she was born in 1/11, and the real date is Capricorn ends at 19. She only did 8 days in this month. She didn't do all of this life lesson. She only did 8 days, but you don't know what 8 days is when it comes to astrology and all this stuff, which is why I'm better than most people, because we have our own understanding of the true time. Now watch this, mama. Watch this now. So you did only 8 days, right? So 8 days is 3 years is 1 year. 6 days is 2 years. And then 2 days is 2 years and 8 months. You did 2 years and 8 months of Capricorn. Right here, you did 2 years. I'm going to say 2.8. Okay. Now, by my calculation, and watch this now. By my calculation, in 1965, you are 60 years old. Actually, you are 60 years old, and let's just say 60 years old in 10 months. Okay. So we'll put that age up there too. 60 years and 60.10. Okay. We'll do that. Now we know 60 year point 10. Each life lesson is worth 10 years. Each life lesson is worth 10 years, but she only did 2.8 years. Please hold all your calls, please. Please hold all your calls to after the live, you guys. Okay? A lot of people want to call me, man, during the live. Okay, hold all calls to after the live, you guys. So again, 2.8, right? So 12.8, 22.8, 32.8, 42.8, 52.8, and then this would be 62.8. Okay. So you got 52.8 to 62.8, and you are 60-10. All right. Now watch this. You're 60-10. So if I do the math, then that's 60-10 minus 52.8. Okay, so that's a 2, and that's going to give me 8. So you're 8.2 years into cancer. Okay, you're 8.2 years into cancer. So again, in the last 8 years, you have been dealing with family, and you've been dealing with emotional security things. And these things had a lot to do with your inner home, whether it was something to do with you and your children or something between you and your parent, if they're still alive. But that's what you've been dealing with since 8.2 years. So now that you know that, now just go ahead and do it. 8.2, you got 1.8 more to go, and then you move on to another life lesson. Now, Miss Barbara, is this or is this not what you've been dealing with? Miss Barbara, where you at? I can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm typing it in, but yes, that's what I've been dealing with my husband's situation. I've been dealing with it for the last pretty much, like you say, 8. Still in it right now.
Yeah,
I'm still in it right now.
Yeah, you're gonna be in it until the life lesson is over with. Okay, so that life lesson, and I'm gonna tell you this, and I want you to tell your husband this. This life lesson, when you ask me, how do I pass it though, HerbMan? What is the answer to the life lesson? What's been going on? The cosmos want you to learn how to keep things together.
Okay, what I really been dealing with, well, as a matter of fact, in the last month, he just got 2 amputee, bilateral amputee, diabetic, high blood pressure, dialysis. So, and I've kind of sacrificed everything to make sure I'm be here with him.
Yeah.
So I moved away from town just to be with him. He's been in the hospital at this time for this session since March, and I've been here with him since March.
Wow. No, but you're doing good because remember, this ain't about him. That's your birthday. So you know that's what you supposed to do. You keep things together. You get it?
Yes,
it's for you. Now you give me his birthday, then we can talk about him. But for you, it is about you keeping things together. And you got 1.8 more years to go to make sure that you understand that that's the life lesson. You pass it, you move on to the next one, and you keep going. The next one is going to be Leo. So soon as you get finished with this little family thing, guess what? Life gonna get better. You get into your Leo, and girl, you ain't gonna be number 62. And you get on over there to your Leo, thing done got better. Oh, that man done told me. And so the thing about it, we just got to live through the lessons, but we got to know how to go through them. Okay, Barbara, if y'all need information, please DM me and we'll get you the information for your owners, man. We can help, bro. Okay.
I'm getting it. I'm going to get it. I just sent you something in the email.
Okay. All right. We'll talk to you later. All right. Peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Okay. You guys, it won't miss. It won't miss, man. I know Altonet said, I always blow my mind. It won't miss, Altonet. It won't miss. And these are my numbers. This is not medical astrology. This is not, I'm not Santos Bonacci. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. That's all I am. And if you don't know, you don't know. It's not industry, it's ministry. Go ahead, Q. Welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help you?
HerbMan, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Chief? Let's go ahead and get that birthday in, bro.
All right, my birthday is 8/29/2007.
8/29/2007. Okay, we got us the youngster. That's what I love right there. Cause see, you finna take it to the next level. You know what I mean? Hey, look, I'm a little old, but when you get it, you got it. But you gonna take it to the next level. All right. So what now? What was it?
8/29/2007.
8/29. We'll just say 07 just for the sake of space. Okay. 8/29/2007. Now let's bring this on down so everybody can see the real dates. Okay. 8/29. 8/29/2007. That means this brother's a Virgo. Okay, he only missed 6 days of the month, which means that he did 24 of them. Okay, he did 24 days of the life lesson of Virgo. So now let's count them up. 24 days is going to be 3 years is 10. Another 3 years, that's 20 years. That's 6 years. Okay, and then another 3 years is going to be 7 years. That's 23. So 7 years and 4 months is what bro did in Virgo. Okay, 7 years and 4 months is what we got them calculated at, and nobody can duplicate this. This is my shit. You know how folk be trying to, man. You know what they be trying to do.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I already know, cuz. You know what I'm saying? I did that, man. These my number, cuz they came out the bowels of my loins, man. All right, now, so here you go. 2007, that make you what? You about 18?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 18. Now watch this. 7.4 years. Remember, each life lesson is worth 10 years. So you got 7.4, 17.4. Okay, so we already know you're going to be somewhere in here. And then so 17.4 to 18.4. Now, how, I'm sorry, 17.4 to 27.4. My fault. And you 18, right? So how old are you really though? You 18 and let's say about 3 months? 18 and 18 and 2 months.
On my birthday was I just turned 18.
Yeah, 18 and 2 months, right? So 18 and 2 months minus 17.4. So all you did of Scorpio here is 8 months. Okay. So for the last 8 months here now, and look now, don't laugh at me, Q. But for the last, well, let me just tell you this. So the last 8 months, you're in transformation. Okay. Remember that this is mutual, and you're in a transformative state. Okay. So there's some things about you that you've already started the shadow work at a very young age. Okay. You've already started this. And guess what? Scorpio is about that power. So this is a very power move. You hear, so you understand this life lesson. You can really, really benefit from it being in Scorpio. But for the last 8 months, now I don't know what's going on with you. But you been contemplating on having kids or what's going on? I'm sorry, Q. I'm sorry, Q.
I don't know about kids now. I don't know about kids, but I don't know about now. But maybe sometime in the future, I thought about it.
So in the last 8 months, right? You just graduated, or you still in?
No, I kind of dropped out.
Oh, you dropped out?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the last 8 months, right? Did you take out some kind of loan or some kind of student loan, or you've been contemplating on taking out some money?
No, but I've been focused on making some money for sure.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. So right now is not about making money time. It doesn't mean that you're going to be broke. I'm not saying you're going to be broke, but that's not the life lesson. The life lesson is for you to get into something mutual with somebody. Now, of course, you just got in there. You're 8 months in. But this lesson is about building something in a collective or a joint inheritance or a joint collective thing. You might not have found the person yet. You've only been 8 months in. But there's something that's about to happen to where you're going to bump into maybe a friend down the road or maybe a spouse or girlfriend, and y'all are going to agree to build something together. Could be a baby, could be a business. I don't know, but that's where you're at. Okay. And it's all about reproductive. So it's all about what you can produce. So you're at that age of production. That's why you're ready to go. You're eager to get out there and produce because you're in that phase. But you can produce. You're going to try to make it to where you can produce a lot easier. So there's going to be right now, it's going to be a collective. So once you really start getting down pat where you're trying to produce at, you're going to probably meet somebody that's going to help you produce it. And I'm talking about before you're 28 years old. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what
like
you're
it.
looking for. Now, the life lesson again is transformative. The biggest thing that you want to know here in Scorpio is that it can be times where you can see some ugliness in things, but that's okay. It's okay sometimes for you to see the beauty, and it's okay sometimes for you to see the ugly. So sometimes this situation may seem a little up and down for you because of you seeing the ugliness in people. But at the end of the day, brother, you need that vision. You need that life lesson so that you can be able to add that to your tools. Okay.
That's accurate. That's really accurate. You see, I pay attention to all this stuff around me, and some of it looks ugly, some of it's beautiful, but
Yeah.
I know I'm right where I need to be.
Yeah, you're right where you need to be, brother. Just stay focused in it. It's Scorpio. So again, watch that girl. So she coming. It's Scorpio now. So watch that friend. It's somebody gonna be like, bro, wherever you going, I want to go with you. And that's fine. You know what I mean? But at least you'll know. You'll know, okay, this I'm supposed to do something with this person at this time. And so that makes it more smoother, less stress. Go on and do your thing, okay?
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir, man. We appreciate you too, man. Peace, peace. All right. So anybody else, you can go tap in. You guys, if you got anything else, put me in the chat. We'll bring you up. So again, that's what this is really all about. Just knowing where you are in life is half the battle. And then once you start understanding that these are the things that I got to deal with, it makes it easier, baby. It's just easier. Okay. It's just easier. That's all we're trying to do. We're trying to make this stuff easy, man. This stuff ain't as hard as they try to sell it out to be. Okay. You don't need to depend on me. You need to depend on you. But I got to make you trust you more. I got to teach you how to trust you more. Okay? Who else we got here? What's going on, Muse? Welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help you?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help?
I just would like to check my birthday, if that's okay.
Okay, you want to see where your life lesson is at?
Yes.
Okay, let's see what we got here for you. What's your birthday?
12/29/2000.
12/29/2000?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll put the 00 up there for that. Okay, so let me drop back down on these real dates right here so everybody can kind of ride with us. Okay, so 12/29/2000. Where's she at, you guys? 12/29/2000. She's in Capricorn, right? She only missed 7 days, so that means she got 23 days of Capricorn in her. Okay, 23 days of Capricorn in her. So based on her age, I can already tell you that that's probably predominantly what's going to be. But 23 days in is going to be this right here. 10 days is 3 years. Another 10 days is 6 years. That's 20 days already. And then 3 more days make it 7. So you did 7 days. Okay, 7 days of Capricorn. I mean, I'm sorry, 7 years. I said 7 days, but you did 7 years. Being born in 2000, you're 25. You'll be 25 in another month. So you're 24 and 11. All right, let's put it like that there. So you're 24 and 11. So now each life lessons is 10 years. So 7, 17, 27. Okay, and you being 24, so you do this. And then you got what? 6, 9, 1, 9, 8, 2. So you 2.9 months, 2.9 years into, I mean, I'm sorry, not 2.9, my fault. Yeah, basically 2. No, not 2.9. I got that wrong. I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on. So you're basically 7 years in, okay? You're 7 years in here, 24 and 11. I'm gonna just go ahead and give you 25, so we just because you're about to be there next month. So you 25, you're 8 years in. 8 years in here, meaning that you're in the third decan, okay? You're in the third decan of Pisces, and you 8 years in. So now, guess what? 8 years in, you've been dealing with this right here, this compassion. Okay, remember that we showed you guys a while ago what Pisces was about. So for 8 years, there's been some things popping, and I'm gonna just tell you this right now. For 8 years since you were 17, there's been some things popping up, and I'm gonna tell you what age they really started. 17 plus 5 is what? 22. 17 plus 5 is 22. So I'm saying right around here, you're starting to go into a transition. From 22 to 32, you're going to be in that transition. You got to be careful with that. But what's been going on in Pisces? Yeah, there'll be some things that are unknown to you that wasn't your fault, that didn't have anything to do with you, that have been popping up. But these are just spiritual things. This is a time of healing and of closure to some of that stuff that's going on. And then also it's probably because of something going on in your past. Okay. But now you're finna get on over here into some things that you finna do for the first time in life. So a lot of the first 25 years was stuff going on from people in your past. Okay, but now you're about to go into this thing where you're going to start meeting new people, new things, and you're going to be moving forward. But you got 2 more years of this spiritual thing. Bear with it. It's just a spiritual phase. It's teaching you all about compassion and belief system and a higher calling and all this spiritual stuff. Okay, Muse.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Okay, so yeah, especially I'm telling you that transition is from 22 to 32. So 22 to 32, okay, unfortunately. So it's going to be transition. So just put your coat on. I can't stop the storm, but what we can do is prepare you for it, okay?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, no problem. We appreciate you. Peace. Yeah. All right, who we got next on here? Okay, you guys, I told you guys these are my numbers. These are everything. So for it to work is absolutely crazy. Go ahead. Mayabla.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
Yes, welcome to the HerbMan Show. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How can I help you?
So my birthday is 12/6/98.
12/6/98.
Yes.
Okay, so 12/6/98. When you pull this back down, y'all, let's see where she at. Okay, 12/6/98 is going to mean that she is a Sagittarius, right? So she's born on the 6th, then you only got to the 21st, so you did 15 days. Okay, 15 days of Sagittarius is what you did. So if you do that, then that's going to be 10, 3 years. 3 more days is going to be 4 years, and then 2 more days is going to be 8 months. So 4 years and 8 months is what you did in Sagittarius. 4.8 years. Okay, and you are currently what?
26.
26.
27.
So you 26, and yeah, you 26 in 11 months as well. So 4.4 years, 4.8 years, right? Everything is 10 years. 14.8, 24.8. Okay, and then you got 34.8. You are how old? 27.
26. 27. Turning 27 the 6th of December.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and say 27 because you might not come back no more. You might as well look forward, right? Okay, so so 27 means that you did almost 3 years. That you did 2 years. You did 2.4 years in Pisces thus far. Okay, 2.4 years in Pisces thus far. So you've been going through the same thing as Muse. Okay, for the last couple of years, you've been going through some things that are unknown, that are not your fault. That's just been popping up. But again, this is a spiritual phase in your life as well. This thing is teaching you as well compassion, building up on your spiritual prowess, your understanding, bringing some closure to some things. Again, some stuff been happening to you from people in your past as well. 24, you're going to go into your transition here at 29. Okay, when you turn 29 to 39, you're going to go into your transition. But for the last 2 years here, that's kind of the stuff that's been going on. And unfortunately, they last 10 years. So you still got to go through this thing, building up on your belief system, building up on your spirituality, building up on your highest consciousness, building up on your compassion for people, building up on your divinity. And this, what I'm saying to you is that you're in a spiritual time of life. You got 8 more years to go. And you need to be prepared for things that come because these are unknown things. So it's not like it's going to be your fault or something that you can contemplate or that you can even know. You just got to be prepared for the unknown, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So just keep trucking, man, and just embrace it, right? The biggest thing about Pisces is, again, is going to be teaching you about the spirituality part of it, but then on the other side of it is about letting loose. Okay, sometimes we can get too tight, we can get too wound up, we can get too caught up in things, and so let loose a little bit more during this duration. Okay,
I'm trying. I feel like that's how I feel now. So
yeah, good.
The fact that you're saying that is true. I'm very uptight about this thing going on in my personal life. So it's been hard, but like you said, I just keep chugging along.
Yeah, you got to do the opposite, right? We got to make you well-rounded. So that means that you need to learn how to let loose so that in times of restriction, in times of constriction, that you know how to unwind and unwound and allow freedom to still come through. Because when you learn this little thing that Pisces is trying to teach you, you'll learn how to flow better. You'll learn how to use your spiritual side. You'll learn how to use your feminine energy better, and you'll flow better. So when you do get into these problems, then this other part of you that you've learned this tool from can kick in and say, you know what? Ain't no need of me being uptight. Let me let loose and let God. Okay?
Hello. Yes.
All right, peace.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. All right, peace. Dolo, what's going on, baby? Dolo, welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help you?
What's up, bro?
What's going on with you, Chief?
I wanted to give you my birthday, bro.
Yes, sir. Go on, get it to me.
I'm out here doing construction work. Hopefully you can hear me, though.
Yeah, I can hear you.
6/30/1991.
Okay, 6/30/91.
6/30/1991.
I got you. 6/30/91. I got you. All right, so let's pull this thing down so everybody can see where you at. So 6/30/91, you see that's a Cancer, right? So you missed 9 days, right? You missed 9 days of Cancer, which means that you did 21 of them. Okay, you missed 9 days, you did 21. So therefore, 10 days is 3 years, another 10 days is 6 years, and 1 day is 4 months. So you did 6 years and 4 months of Cancer. Okay, now this right here, what you about 35, 34?
34.
Yeah, you 34. Okay, remember that each of these life lessons is 10 years. 6.4, 16.4, 26.4. Okay, and then 36.4, right? So this is 36.4. This is 26.4 right here. And then you are how old?
34.
34. Okay. So that means that you did 7.8 years you've done in Libra. So that means that for the last 7.8 years. Now, I don't know when you got your old lady or when you got married or something like that, but it's around that time. Okay. Libra. You've been married?
Nah, I've been with my girl for 11 years.
You've been with her for 11 years, right? Now watch this. You've been with her for
February, May 11.
Okay, February, May 11. Okay. Now watch me here. Watch me now. I'm finna ask you something. Okay. So 6.4, 16.4. So from 20 to 30 years old. From 20 to 30 years old. That's when you found her, from 20 to 30, right?
I found her
between 20 and 30 years old.
Yeah,
between 20 and 30 years old, that's when you found her. So, right, so you just can't. So, another thing too, something happened to you in between this age as well. Not just getting married, there's something else major happened to you there. What was that? You had a health
at that age range, I had just came home from being locked up at 25. Yeah, at 25, and I found her when I was like 26.
Yeah. So you see that in the center, it says, you see in the center, that age is 26.4. That's the age you started Libra. But you said 11 years, so it went past that. But so from 26.4 is when you started Libra. You say you just met her at 26. That's what I said.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? So from 26 to 34 in the last 7.8 years, I know you said 11, but because you only been in Libra for the last that many years. See, if you think about it, you said how old you are?
34. I'll be 35 in June.
Right. So 26 and 35 is basically 8-9 years. Okay, 26 and 35 is basically 8-9 years. You probably did know more longer than that, but on here it's showing how you crossed over from Virgo. So from 16 to 26, again, that was that Virgo right there, right? But then when you got to 26 to now, you've been in Libra and you're gonna be there to 36, right? But the thing is about Libra, this is what I want you to know about old girl, man. She's your piece.
I can believe that, bro.
She's your piece, bro. You know what I mean? You found the right person at the right. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because of when you found her. If you had found her over here, you might have lose over here. If you found her over here, you might lose them over here. But because you found them in there, that's probably that's the one. And then on top of that, the Libra also, she's gonna teach you balance. This Libra is teaching you balance, how to balance your work life with your your home life, how to balance just her and you.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. We appreciate you.
All right, I'll be back, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do that. All right, peace. All right, Noetic. No. Welcome to the HerbMan Show.
Hi, HerbMan.
Hey, what's going on with you? How can I help you?
I would like to know where I am right now.
Okay, we can do it. What's your birthday?
1/17/1990.
1/17/90. Okay.
I'm at the end of Capricorn. 2 days left.
How you already know? Let these folks learn this stuff. You already know, don't you? All right, so 2 days left. That means you only did 8 months now, Capricorn. So that basically means you ain't got none of your Capricorn in you like you're supposed to. But let's do it right here. Okay, so Capricorn, you did 0.8 months. Okay, so all we can. How old are you? 36, 35.
I will be 36. Yes.
Okay, you're 35 years old. So we'll just go down. So 0.8, right? So then we got to go 10.8, 20.8, 30.8. Okay, so then let me put 30.8 here because you ain't going to go too much further than this. And then 40.8. How old are you?
35.
35. So you are basically 4.4 years into Taurus. So, girl, you already know I'm about to tell you. 4.4 years, you've been getting to the bag. You've been getting to your stuff. You've been building up on your personal possessions, things that you're wanting, you're getting. Taurus is a very good time for you financially, very good time for you when it comes to your personal growth, your personal financial growth, all that type of stuff. So indulge in it. You got about 6 more years of being able to get what you need here personally, and then you move to the next life lesson. But in Taurus also, it's a very unique thing because Taurus wants you to see the beauty in things. And I know right now you probably see everything beautiful because you feel like you're in your little it girl moment because you're getting your stuff together. But that's fine. See the beauty in things because that is the life lesson. Okay. And so all you got to do is embrace it. Embrace the fact that you're finna build up and grow and develop in your personal possessions. Don't try to go against that. Okay. If you take it in, then you'll understand what the life lesson is. Now you get into the wheel of what the cosmos is trying to tell you about your life. And if you stay in tune with the cosmos, then you're good. But if you try to go out and try to do something else outside of what Taurus is saying, all the other stuff will be hard while the Taurus stuff will be easy.
Okay. That makes sense. And then after Taurus is Gemini?
Yep. Then after Taurus is your Gemini. Yep. Then you'll start that. So remember 10 years, you got 4.4 years in. So you got about 5.8 more years to go. So go on and get to that bag, man. Do your thing.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, peace,
I want to say I appreciate you because representation matters. And it's just nice to have somebody that looks like us teaching us this positive stuff. So I appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am. We appreciate you back. Thank you very much. All right, peace. Who we got? Tawala. All right, now y'all know how to put y'all government name on here. You know somebody gonna mess these names up. Go ahead. Go ahead, Tawala.
Thank you. I like to see where I am as well.
Okay. What's your birthday?
February 7th, 1983.
Oh, February 7th, 83. I got my babies on here today. February, so that's 2/7/83. Okay, 2/7/83. Okay. 2783. Let's bring this down. Let everybody see what you're dealing with. Okay, so 2783, you guys. Now, where's 2783? Okay, that's going to be down there in your Aquariuses, right? So if it ends at 218 and she's born on 27, she only did 11 days of Aquarius. This is what numerologists and astrologers, they don't know this information. Okay, they don't know it, so they won't be able to properly give you this information. You can't get this through your natal chart reading. You can't get this on astro.com. Okay, this is healing you through spirit and science. So you can't use just science. Some of it got to be the spirit, the person. Okay, so now, where was I? How many days you was in now? 11, right?
11.
I think it was 11 days. Let's go back to you. 10-7 to 218, 11 days, right? So 10 days is 3 years plus 1 day. You did 3 years and 4 months of Aquarius. Okay, 3.4 of Aquarius. How old are you? 42? Okay, you 42. Watch this. Each life lesson is 10 years, 3.4, 13.4, 23.4, 33.4. Okay, so 33.4 here and 43.4 here. And then you're in here locked in at what, 42?
Yes.
All right, so you're here in Gemini. Okay, and at 42, you got about another year, 1.4 months to go, which means that for the last 8 years and 8.8 years, you've been dealing with some communication things, you growing and developing in your sense of how you want to talk to yourself. But also, I sense that if you got brothers and sisters, that's some communication stuff that you guys have been going through there as well. If you got siblings, okay. If you don't have siblings, then it's just been about self-development. It's been about how you're communicating with yourself. It's been a time of intellect for you. I think if you're learning a lot in these last 8 years, you've just kind of really been downloading and really been expanding your intellectual prowess, and that's a good thing. Also, this has been a time that you've been a little bit more expressive than probably what you're normally used to. Okay, what is Gemini trying to teach you, though, Tawala? The Gemini is trying to teach you a life lesson, which means that it's okay to relax. Okay, Geminis have a hard time of relaxing. So the lesson of Gemini is relaxation. It's okay to relax. You don't got to be up and going and thinking of this over there. Calm down and relax, Tawala. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So that's where you at. Don't think about nothing else but that. Growing and developing in your communication, and then this life lesson is trying to get me to learn how to relax. Okay, and you don't have that much longer, so just learn this in another year or so, because if you don't learn how to relax, then guess what? When these other life lessons start coming through, your failure to learn that resource, now you're all over the place. Anxiety, you're nervous, stroke, and you got worrying, you got kidney issues, you need to be on anxiety medication, you need to smoke some weed, you got all kinds of stuff. Why? Because you can't control the anxiety. But this should teach you how to do that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Peace. All right, Samantha, welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help?
Hey, finally. No, I've been waiting for this.
Hey, what's up? That's what's up, man.
Now.
Yes, man. What's your birthday? Yo, what's your birthday? Yeah, go ahead. What's your birthday?
Do you hear me now?
Yeah, I get you. We got you.
February 15th, 1994. Oh.
February the 15th, 94?
Yes.
Okay, so February the 15th, let's draw you down real quick. Make sure we got good accuracy on your birthday. So 2/15, and that you only did 3 days of Aquarius. You see that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you only did 3 days of Aquarius, so that's only 1 year here. So you only did 1 year of Aquarius, which means you only have 1 year of this life lesson. That's how y'all look at that. You only got 1 year of this life lesson. So now you're currently what, 31?
Yes.
Okay, so 1 year, 11 years, 21 years, and 31 years. So you just from 21 to 31 now, you done got your little stuff. Now you done got your little personal possession. That's over with. Hey, look, that tar is over with, Samantha. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, now you got to go to Gemini. Okay, so you're about to start in Gemini. So this actually is your last year. So you should be seeing a lot of the Taurian kind of life lessons start to kind of change and start going to a new thing. So from 21 to 31, you should have added to your personal possessions. You should have added to your material wealth. You should have been able to kind of get your understanding of what you wanted in life done at that point. I don't mean that you won't get nothing else, but that was the prime time between 21 and 31. Now that you're turning 31, you're going to go into Gemini, and then now you're going to have to learn that communication, how to talk to yourself, your intellectual, your expressive self. You got to go into a whole different dynamic. So hopefully you okay with what you got from the Taurus. Now be okay with what you're getting from Gemini. And now Gemini is going to teach you how to relax, okay?
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yes, ma'am. That's the life lesson. And you're going to be there for 10 years, so just go on and hold on.
Yeah, right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Peace, peace. All right, you guys, this is what we do for the owner's manual, you guys, okay? So if you guys are interested in your owner's manual, just DM us. We'll get you that information. We don't need time. We don't need location. We don't need blood type and blood sample. We don't need to prick you and prod you and poke you. We don't need to, it's non-invasive, non-intrusive, but it's going to give you everything you need to know on you. And if I could be accurate about this little stuff, then obviously all the other information that you get is going to be spot on. What say you, Nashika?
How you doing?
Hey, welcome to the HerbMan Show. How can I help you?
My birthday is December 28th, 1976. And I just want to say real quick, the work that you're doing is awesome.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure. You know, when you're service oriented, you got to give your life over to something. Okay. And look here, I was in these folks' military. I wouldn't have died in the military. I done been to penitentiary, wouldn't have died on these streets. I might well go do the same thing, be willing to die for the good, baby. We ain't gonna go 100 mile per hour down the wrong side of the road and then get on the right side and go 50. I'm gonna go 100 anyway I go. I'm gonna go 100. So that's what we gonna do. You understand? That's what we're gonna do. So 12, 28, 76. Let's see what we got here. Really quick, 12, 28, 78. That means you mixed 6 days of Capricorn. So that means you did 24. 24 is gonna give you 3 years, 6 years, 7 years, and 4 months of Capricorn. Okay, 7 years and 4 months of Capricorn. So 7.4. Being born in 76, you were what, 49? Or you'll be 49? I think she'll be 49. So she's 48 right now. So 7.4, 17.4, 27.4, 37.4, 47.4. and 57.4. So that means that this young lady is about a year or so into Gemini. Now you see how all these people are doing something about Gemini? How many people see people doing something about Gemini? Go ahead and put some ones in the chat. Go ahead and put some ones in the chat if you guys are seeing what's happening, okay? All these people are coming on. They don't even know they're the same people looking for the same thing in the same places. Now they got different birthdays, but how many people have we seen in Gemini? How many people have we seen in Gemini? And guess what? Guess who's talking? Guess who's speaking? Guess why they are coming to me? Anybody want to know? Anybody have a guess? But go on and tell them why they're coming to, why they in Gemini coming to me. Go on and tell them. Because I am a Gemini. So therefore, the energy is going out to those that are in the life lesson. So yes, you can be in a Gemini life lesson and be attracted or magnetic toward Geminis. And don't even know it. You could be in a Taurus situation and then be messed around and like a Taurus. You might not like them for life, but you like them for that moment because that was their season. You see? So you have this magnetic pull that is resonating for people who are like-minded. And that's what we're trying to get you to understand. You can pull your energy in and you can pull your healing in. You can pull your wealth in. You can pull your family dynamic into you if you know how to go in to do it. And we're teaching you how to do that for the funky measly $50 if you guys are interested. Please DM us and we'll get you the information that you need. Look, my TikTok went off, you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I love you guys. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Please go tell somebody to go tell somebody about your homie HerbMan. And until next time, we'll be back on tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. So you ain't missing nothing. Just tune in tomorrow to your homie HerbMan. Until next time. Woo-say! Yes, sir! That is the